2-point perspective house. Pencil, paper, ruler, and get ready because here we go. We're going to start our project today by drawing a horizon line across your paper. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Just get it to go across the middle. Next, we're going to do 2 little vanishing points near the edges. This is why it's called 2-point perspective. Now we're going to draw a little line near the center or off center on your page. This line will end up being part of a diamond. The diamond will create the illusion that our house is 3D. So draw the line in the middle, leave some space on the top and the bottom, and connect the line to each vanishing point until you get a big stretched out diamond. Next, you need to decide how big you want your house to be, meaning how wide. I like to make a little line on the left and then a farther away line on the right so that my house is a little bit longer on one side. You can do it how you like, but this is what I suggest. Now it's time for a little bit of erasing. Some of our guidelines will be erased, like the horizon line that's inside the house. We wouldn't see that part, so let's get rid of it. Now this next part is a little weird, but trust the process. We're gonna add a little X very lightly on the left side of the house. This is going to give us a little guideline on where the center of this house is without measuring. Let's zoom in a little. Here's the center. We're gonna do a little line going from the center up. How tall you make this line will be how tall the roof of your house is. You can always erase it and change it later. Look who's back. Time to do a little more erasing. And I know it seems kind of annoying to draw lines and then erase them, but it is important to get things in the right place so that you don't have any mistakes in your perspective. All right, let's get a roof on this house. I noticed I drew my line a little bit too tall, so I'm just gonna cinch it in a bit by making my roof a little lower. Just connect the corners of the left side to the center of that line. And then guess what? Time to erase again. Just a bit. The next part might seem a little tricky because we're going to show the top of the roof. So connect the right vanishing point lightly to the tip. You might not see much of it. Like my roof, you can barely see. Let's add a little line there to make it 3D. Sometimes you see a lot of the roof. So don't feel discouraged if yours is different than mine. It's okay. Oh, now we're going to erase these. They're actually called orthogonal lines. But basically these diagonal lines that made our diamond to the house. But leave that horizon line in the background so it looks like there's some land and sky behind our house. The next thing I did was go in and darken my house. I actually did it kind of sloppy. You can do yours a little neater. It comes out better with a ruler, but you just go in and kind of darken up your lines that you're going to keep. And this is the basic house shape. All you have to do is add the details, windows, doors. My students are going to be using this to make a winter log cabin eventually. Well, my 5th graders will. If any other students draw it, they can make it whatever house they want. Now it's time to add the doors and windows. You might think it's weird how I do it, but trust the process again. I like to add the door. Make sure your lines go straight up to the sky. I like to add it on the left side. Most kids would want to add it on the bigger side, but for this project, I like to make a really big window on the other side. So connect the top of your door, just this little piece, boop, to the left vanishing point. And then you get to customize. In order to keep everything in perspective, you just need to connect most things on the left side of the house to the left vanishing point, and then things on the right side to the right vanishing point. Now, I'm making kind of a fancy window here. You can make it however you want. I like to add a little bit of unexpected details to my artwork just to make it seem a little bit fancier, a little less cliche. Cliche means, someone expects it. Anyway, I'm adding the doorknob. I couldn't remember which side it goes on, so I kind of just added one, but you might have to look at a real door for that. So I made this like a little fancy window, and what I'm going to do on the right side, I'm going to add a really big window because my students like to have the opportunity to draw a little bit of a scene inside the house. And if you have like a big picture window, it gives you the chance to do that. So make sure you have some lines going straight up and down. My window's really big. Straight up and down. If those are on an angle, it won't look right. I'm just checking my lines. And then connect the bottom of the window to the right vanishing point. Boop. And then connect the top to the right vanishing point. And then your window will be correctly in perspective. It's time to draw something inside your house. I think I drew a little winter scene. Yeah. Oh, next I added this little trick. If you just draw an arrow coming up from your roof, you can just add lines going straight down, and it gives you like a 3-dimensional chimney that looks a little better than just a rectangle. So I'm just gonna start adding details and let you guys see what I did. You can customize your house however you like. If you want to comment below my video on what you did for your house or anything that you would add to your project that you think I would like, go ahead. Make sure to like the video. Check out the other videos on my page because I do need a little bit more watch hours. But I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys really inspire me. So for the rest of this, you can watch and enjoy.